Hi guys, this is Jen with Unchained Crochet. Thanks for tuning in. Little bit of a talk on a WIP tonight, and then I'm going to get into some tutorials on the playlist, and then we're going to go through a whole big bag of WIPs that I've started up during my startitis surgery recovery phase, and we're going to enter phase 2 with that, I hope, and get some more tutorials in process. So I just don't want to start those before I put a lot more into the other two that I've already started. So again, last night my daughter and son-in-law came to visit. We had so much fun. We did a video together. It's not uploaded yet. I was having phone issues, as I have been for what seems like a couple months now. So I did a factory reset, and we recorded on her phone. So trying to figure out how to get it from her phone to me, and it's taken her a while to upload it to the cloud or whatever, Google Drive I think we're using, so that I can put it on my YouTube channel. So that one I discussed my new handmade DIY ergonomic handle. Loving it. Planning to do some more, and I am going to do a quick video soon on that. It's polymer clay. Still don't like the boy hook, but this was the experimental one, so if one was going to get messed up, I wanted it to be the boy. Now I look at it, I'm like, I love you, Manny, because it's fingernail polish. All right, so where to start first? Let's see. It's been a little bit of a rough day. We have family that is passing right now, so I've had a late start to my day of recording, and my husband just left for his night job, and so it's gonna be me and the camera for a bit. This is my little, whatever you call it, gooseneck phone holder for the stitch tutorials I'll be doing tonight. So let's talk about what I have on right now. This is the Lion brand, I think it's Comfy Cotton, and the Cafe Latte. It doesn't really look like coffee colors. It's got speckles of peach, kind of a buttery yellowish tan, ivory, and then some bluish charcoal gray flecks of it, and it's half double. This is just the yoke. I just threw it on to show you. But I do love the colors, and it's springy but not Eastery, like Easter egg looking. Did half doubles and then some rows of filet. And it's a raglan top, and then I think I'm going to go into having it be a baby doll top. So it's going to flare out right here. And the back's already is just a bit. So it's a very easy raglan technique. The neck is a bit of rectangle right now, and I'm going to round that out when I go back around it. This is just one skein. It's great. It's like 390 some yards, I think. Lion brand Comfy Cotton. You can find that at Meijer. Walmart may have it. I want to say Joann's too, but I don't think Joann's has it. It's pretty much a Walmart and Meijer deal. So when I was little, my favorite jammies in the 80s, early 80s, I think, were like a little yellow, lemony yellow, and it had something, Holly Hobby or something up here, but it was a baby doll set. So it had the little panties with the elastic around the thighs, and then it had the little baby doll top that kind of flared out, ruffled down here. I wore those like non-stop, and one particular summer, you know, I was a little growing girl, and I had gotten a little thicker, and my mom almost had to cut those off of me. I wore them that much. I could not get out of them. I might have been 8, 9, 10 years old, I don't know. But those were my favorites. So I've always loved the baby doll top, and I feel like it's a shape that is, or a style that really is all-inclusive to different shapes, different body types, thinner to heavier, you know, apple, hourglass, straight, you know, everybody. It kind of is just a flattering top for about anyone. So this is it so far. Just wanted to show you that. So I'm going to pause for a second and get my kimono sweater back on. Hold on. Okay, this is the other kimono. This is really probably the truest kimono shape cardi I've done. I just made it up on the fly. This is kind of the window stitch, 2 doubles and a chain space. And did it consistently. I started out with 2 rectangles. If you can make a scarf, you can make this. 2 rectangles, stitched up part of the back of the arms together. That covers the back, and then you just join it with a pin. And then you pick up and you stitch down. So this one I left straight, and I really, really like the way that it fits. It's, you know, accentuates the bust, draws the eye in right here, creating more of a waist shape. And you know, there's no like dimply spots, you know, where your arms are a little bit chunkier. So I feel like it's a very flattering shape for about anybody. Let me move the camera down, back up just a bit. I'm not an editor, can't do a whole lot with thumbnails and editing, so this is just me, this is who I am, and I'm not going to become a film producer for YouTube right now. I love this. I like the shape, I like the color. I got it pulled down a little too far in the front. This is the Lion Brand Cupcake. Not sure the colorway. I want to say it's Nightlight or something like that. So, very cute. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3 easy. You're looking at 3 rectangles basically. It's just a matter of, you know, finishing them and constructing them. If you can make a baby blanket or you can make a scarf, you can make one of these. It's very easy. And it's very forgiving of your flaws, and just like we should be of ourselves, really. We're all flawed creatures. But it accentuates, I think, your best features in your body shape. I am going to tonight do those 2 tutorial videos to add to the playlist. And then I'm also going to do a stitch tutorial on a better star stitch. I've not made anything with a star stitch yet. I started to, but then I decided to go with a different stitch. As beautiful as it is, it didn't seem right for that yarn and that project. So in the process, I figured out a better way where there's no gap at the end. Both sides are the same. They look more contiguous. That side's got a little bit of a ridge, but not as much as regular star stitch. So that's the front side. You don't have that big gap. Where you would have a gap, looks like half of a star. And instead of doing the next row in single crochet, I do a half double so that it looks more well-rounded, kind of like a shooting star. So that was very easy. I'm just going to call it a better star stitch, because anybody can use that trick and fix that gap. Seems like all the videos I've seen on YouTube have that gap, and they even recognize there's a gap at one end because that's the nature of it. Well, we can fix that. So problem solved with that. I think, I'm going to give you a little short close-up tour of this half of my office that is my studio. There will be more on the other side eventually, as I've got more yarn that I have not stocked up on the walls and stuff, and then the pegboard. When I go through my WIPs, my big hamper bag full of WIPs that have been started recently, I want to take a vote to see what y'all want to see tutorials or series on, more details. And then I'm going to organize the project bags. They're in 2-gallon bags. I'm going to punch holes in them, reinforce with moving tape, and I'm going to hang them on the pegboard in the order of what we are planning. So your voice matters to me. I wanted to do something that we are excited about. not just myself. And I don't want the seasons so much to dictate, but I do want, you know, something that I can wear soon, rather than later so much, even though I love, love, love the fall. The fall is my favorite season. So some of those yarns that are back there on the pegboard are going to be moving down, and the projects will go up there. And the one sock left that I made my daughter, that pair that she lost when she was 8, and I still play shame her. Allie, where's your other sock? But it felted anyway. It was supposed to not felt, and it did. Nice yarn, chop yarn. But that's gonna be moved over somewhere around here. And that pegboard's gonna be filled with the projects that are in the hamper that are gonna be upcoming series. So someone had asked what was on the wall, the piece behind me. It is Virus Meets Granny, and it's in one of those long cards, little bun-like, and they're almost, I don't know, they're really neat looking at Hobby Lobby. There's like 5 colors. There's 3 different peachy pinks, a mint, okay, maybe six colors, a mint, a gold, and then this blue. And I just wasn't feeling it. It's too fine almost for my liking. I really took a G hook, and I'm not a G hook girl. I'm an H. So I had thought of making a top with it. I wasn't feeling those colors together. I liked them on the card that they hang them up on, but so I don't plan to use that yarn again unless I get it and double it. And I didn't want to double it with that pattern for some reason. I think because I was learning that pattern from Fiber Spider. So I'm going to give a little tour here. You can see a little bit of the mess once you're up close, and I'll talk about some of the things, and then I'm going to be done with this video. Pardon all the motion. I'm not sure I can flip this around, so I'm just going to aim. All right. Well, right here, I had these out last night, these shawls. These are all knitted items. Here's an infinity scarf. It's a slip stitch pattern using my sock yarn stash that I had going. And so there's lots and lots of colors in that. And it's called the linen stitch. That's what it is. All knit. But it was round and round. It took a while, but it was very pretty. Lots of pretty shawls. I just don't wear the knitted shawls as much. I don't like them because they don't have the body to poof them up. And then you kind of lose the pattern effect when you wear them like a scarf, as I do. So I was trying to get my daughter to take some of them. I think I'm just going to keep this one. And she left the house last night and forgot them. So just have this chair. I love this chair. I got it from a consignment shop, consigned by Design. I like the wishbone effect that it has, and it's charcoal, so it pretty much goes with anything. That's the raglan I just had on. So this is kind of slip-slop area right now. Back behind here, a little bit of shame back there in the corner. Some WIPs back here, some more bags for carrying projects. A couple FOs there that we were using last night. Here's my pegboard. I hung this for the most part by myself until it got so tall that I had to, I got way up there before my knee surgery, and my husband had to help me hold the piece up for me while I screwed it into the 1x2s. So it's just hung up with 1x2s. There's one up toward the top, about 3 inches from the top of the board. And then the bottom is flush with the 1x2. And I had them cut that at Lowe's. Just cut the 1x2 to 4 foot length, and then bought the pegboard piece that was 4x4. I think it's 4x4. So it works out great. I mess with my yarns too much to cake them all up. The ones that come in cakes, those are easy to hang. Then there's some that I had left over that I recaked and hung up. Here's the sock that felted. See if you can see that. It's a cute little sock. It's got some variegated, I can't turn the camera around, I'm sorry. Has some variegated purples and blues and pinks. Allison was about 8 when I made her that pair, and one got lost in the laundry. Here's some Ferris wheel. I love Ferris wheel. This is some expensive yarn shop yarn there. Lots of mandala leftovers here I may do something with eventually. This here, there's my turtles. I love, love, love my turtles. Spikes on their backs, they hold my cakes. My daughter painted that. My other daughter made that when she was in school. Down here is some Knit Picks Brava, and then there's some Yarn Bee Breathe Deep that I'm making a kimono sleeve cardigan with right now. That one will be have some color blending to it. So there's 3 colorways of that. But the Brava I've not worked with a whole lot yet. I did start one Virus Meets Granny project with it. And some clearance yarn from Mass Avenue Knit Shops down here. And there's some more Weekend Barocco Weekend Orange. I'm planning to make a long summer kimono / swimsuit cover up. Right here in this Joann's bag is mostly ice yarns that I've not put away yet. Really haven't gotten a space for those yet. They may go back behind the chair, honestly. I don't know if you can even see those. There they are. Here is the piece. The left is right crochet, I think. I can't remember her full YouTube name. I want to say her name is Sandy. Sandy, you had asked about this. And that's the piece. I just stretched it on the wall. Started with the 4 corners, basically, and then pulled out the other ones. And these are clear office tacks, holding it up. So it does show off the piece quite nicely. I like the little scalloped edge with the contrast against the wall. There's my first sign that I made for the channel, but I changed my name. It was the Yarn Eatery, and a couple days later switched it to Unchained Crochet because I felt that fit the theme of my show better. My daughter painted that picture. I'm gonna see if I can get it in there. There we go. Sorry about that. This lamp I love. I got this lamp at Home Goods. It puts a nice glow into the room. Let me get the light switch. Sorry, I can't turn the screen. I just want to finish this video real quick. But I love this. It's like mercury glass or Christmas ornament. It's just so lovely. Nice ambient light. My wedding bouquet. Got married 2.5 years ago. Here's some extra squares from the Ferris wheel Afghan. I made a sampler with most of their colorways. I might do something with those. I don't know. I might just hang them up on the wall. Oops, some more fingering weight. This is mostly fingering weights, some sport weights, leftover tidbits. Some are like full skeins of sock yarn. I worked a bunch of those up into my walking poncho that I showed in my video last night. So, antique dough bowl that's in. It was unfinished, so it's still kind of fuzzy, like sawdusty, like they planed it. But you can see the hand-hewn marks in here. So, love dough bowls. I have another one, but it's like, I don't know if it's had worm eating in the past. It really gets dusty. And it was too dusty to use, even though the patina is awesome on it. So here I've got some storage down here. My worsted section. Projects in that bag, projects in that bag, projects in that bag. This is almost finished pile here. Finish up, almost there, you can do it. I added that to the bin to motivate myself and add a little black to that plain bin because it was just standing out like a sore thumb. Not even sure how well you can see it. So I just got mix and match bins. I love this picture here. It says, beauty was here in all its brightness, and she was determined to embrace every shape, line, and color imbued in her spirit. So I like that. I could really relate to that because I feel like I have to get all my creativity out. Even if I don't get something finished in a short fashion, I still feel like I have to express it, you know, and start it. And I just look at it like, you know, if a project doesn't get done and it sits around for a year or so, it's probably meant to be something else, but it served its purpose because you did what you felt like you needed to do at the time. So it would be great if I were a monogamous stitcher, but I'm very much the polygamist. So I used to, you know, not be able to accept that part of myself, and now I can. It doesn't bother me that I have all these projects down there at all. So, and like Krista from Secret Yarnery said, you can just look at it like it's a head start. So, it is what it is, and I am who I am, and I no longer want to change that about myself, because there are a lot of things I do finish. And tonight, it's kind of been a crummy day as far as energy and swelling in my leg and foot and everything. So I've just been reorganized the kitchen. I want to do a video on how to do the DIY ergonomic hook handle. I want to do a video in there on the granite countertops. So I just wanted it organized because it was in disarray more than I like. So lived in, look, I don't mind, but when you get all those little plastic containers everywhere and none of the lids match because they're different sets, one might be Rubbermaid, one might be Ziploc, one might be just a generic Meyer or something, those lids are not interchangeable across brands. And you might get one, think it fits great, and then you get to work and you've got soup spilled everywhere in your bag. So went through those and segregated the ones that are mismatched. My husband, he doesn't like to waste things. So I said they'll go in here in the pantry until we find their match. So, and any of them that we don't want, he's going to give to a friend. So, and that's okay too. I just think that it's better just to have a few things that you use a lot than to have, you know, gobs of stuff that are nowhere near being a set. So, all right, that is it for this video, I think. I always forget things and then think, oh, dang it, why didn't I say this? So, thank you for watching, and I'm not going to keep you on here. I'm going to get on with my tutorials, and have a blessed night, day, wherever you are. Thanks.